It is hope renewed for hundreds of thousands of indigent Nigerian students.
That promise he made has been kept. He has just signed that bill into law, which henceforth will allow or enable our indigent students to access the federal government loans to fund their educational pursuit or career. And this is how it's done in other developed climes, other developed societies all over the world.
It will be an interest-free loan. It's not a loan that you say you pay any interest on. No. What we have now is that nobody should say money did not allow him to go to school. That opportunity will be there, it will be inclusive, and it will be equitable.
Hope assured, but there will be terms and conditions.
And that is the proof of indigenship of whoever is to be a beneficiary. And other prescribed parameters will be there.
And the good luck is that we have experience already in this area. We already have a federal scholarship board scheme running. But the difference this bill makes is that it's going to be a loans board so that people that don't even have, for whatever reason, don't qualify could be able to apply for a loan. And I'm very sure the country has learned from recovery rates of loans, and the experience we had will be able to guide how this students' loans board will work.
This epoch-making event notwithstanding, a 2022 UNICEF report says 1 in every 5 of the world's out-of-school children is in Nigeria. So, states and local governments across the country now have a complementary responsibility to ease access to primary and secondary schools, with about 20 million children currently said to be out of school. From the State House, Musbah and Rahab, NTA News.
With me in the studio is an educationist, Dr. Philip John Hayab, to talk more about the impact of this law, which has just been signed by President Tinubu. You're welcome to our studios.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's begin with the general impact of this law. What does it portend for the Nigerian students and the general impact on education?
Yeah, to start with, I would commend the President and his advisors for keeping to their promise to introduce the students' loan. As the gentleman speaking for the spokesman of the President, Alaike, said, this is a global practice. In most of the countries that I studied in Ghana, in the UK, and then in South Africa, I've actually envied students from these countries who were able to obtain loans from the government through the banks and to carry out their academic pursuit, after which they are going to pay. So yes, we welcome this development, and we pray that, we just hope that it shouldn't be lip service. We're going to act and act well, ensuring that all mechanisms that are supposed to be put in place to ensure that this loan is students' loan is successful followed. Once we have a strategic mechanism and then we have experienced people managing it who would allow access by everyone, irrespective of where they come from, or their faith, or and even states of origin, I think these shouldn't be the barriers. If we can do this, then we are bringing hope, particularly to those who do not have the means to go to school, to begin to dream, to acquire their educational pursuit.
Speaking of those who do not have the means, which student exactly is eligible for these loans, and what happens if they are unable to pay?
Yes, so this is where the problem will start. For a start, there should be enough documentation to show that the student who is applying for this loan does not have parents who are rich enough to send them to school without the loan. So based on what I've read in the papers and the statements, it shows that any student whose parents cannot afford 500,000 naira as their income in a year would be qualified. Now, I'm sure this is possible with the kind of banking system that we have today. We can trace the records of these students' parents and be able to ascertain if the parents cannot afford. Now, if this is done, then we would have started on a very good footing.
Right, Doctor, I'm afraid that's all we can take for now. Thank you for joining us to talk more about this landmark bill, which has just been signed into law. This is the Network News on NTA. I've been talking with Dr. Philip Hayab, an educationist, on the bill signed into law by President Tinubu on student loans. Stay tuned for more reports in a moment.
Subsidy can no longer justify its ever increasing cost and the weight of dry resources. We shall instead rechannel to fund to better investment and public infrastructure, education, healthcare, and jobs that will materially improve the lives of our people.
Take it from me, the mind-blowing way to do things is the Glow LTE advanced way. When you stream, it's like you're in the drama itself. When you make calls, you reach where others can't. Fluffy! Doing business is like running Wall Street from your street. And when you play,
I did beat the guy. We'll see about that.
It's like traveling the world without moving an inch.
Is that Toby in your room?
You can download in the blink of an eye in 4K. Go. And when you go for your dreams, it's like running with the strength of 3 nations behind you.
Glow LTE Advanced, the power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
Are you a dealer in cars, jewelry, precious metals and stones and luxury goods? Are you into real estate, or are you an estate agent, surveyor, valuer, developer or broker? Are you into the hospitality industry, lottery business, or are you a mortgage broker, tax consultant, or an accountant? Do you have a supermarket, pools betting and consulting or construction company? If you have, go and obtain your certification from the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering, SCMOL, and be free to do your business within the ambits of the law. SCMOL has the responsibility to monitor, supervise, and regulate the activities of designated non-financial business and professions, DNFBPs, across the country. Please note that the SCMOL certificate is not a guarantee of legitimacy of any business. To register, visit www.scmol.org. For collection of certificate, visit any EFCC office nearest to you. Remember, registration is free.
SCMOL, securing Nigeria's business environment. This message is from Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The new Happic sachets. It has a thick formula, so all you need is just 1 sachet for your toilet bowl. It gives 10 times better cleaning and big savings too.
Wow, Helen!
Sparkling clean toilet with Happic sachet.
Good morning.
My life is a whole lot easier now, even when I'm working from home. I still get everything done.
Workout track.
And faster too. Guys, I'll make my decision and get back to you. I take my meetings uninterrupted. Video call Catherine.
Calling Catherine.
Check in with Bay. No cracks.
Go! Behind you!
And when it's time to bond with my friends across the globe, I connect seamlessly, all thanks to my Airtel router.
Delivery is here.
Thank you. Be like me. Stay connected always with the Airtel home broadband.
Who are you talking to?
It's nothing.
You're talking to me?
No.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
For an expansive coverage of the proceedings of the 10th National Assembly, NTA, Africa's largest TV network, will be there to bring to you live happenings at the inauguration. Join us.
Thanks for staying tuned. We're talking parliamentary and legislative matters now. All is now set for the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly as preparations are at an advanced stage to have a seamless event. National Assembly correspondent Dayo Gunshola brings us up to speed on the situation.
From the first gate to the second gate that gives final access to the National Assembly complex, the environment is wearing a new look, an indication that the 10th National Assembly is almost here. As at the time NTA crew visited National Assembly, workers on duty were spotted putting finishing touches to their assignments, just as accreditation of members of the pen profession and other individuals who are expected to play a critical role is ongoing. Security agents were also cited mapping out strategies with a view to providing adequate security cover for the inauguration.
Most of the staff of the National Assembly will be requested to stay at home to ensure that the process goes seamless and that we don't have any security breach. So all the processes is being done by the Department of Security Service to ensure that everybody that have access to these premises tomorrow are those that are expected to be here. So the 2 tents there for us to have a full control of the crowd coming into this complex tomorrow. The spouses to the distinguished senators elect and members elect will be restricted to stay in the canopy with other VIPs. So the management have taken the place to make the place as comfortable as possible so that our guests will be so relaxed and have live streaming of the proceeding live from the chambers right in the canopy.
Management of National Assembly expressed optimism that the inauguration will be an hitch-free exercise. From the National Assembly, Dayo Gunshola, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kashim Shettima has distanced himself from the wrong, dangerous inferences drawn from his remarks on leadership of the National Assembly. In a statement by the Director Information to the Vice President Olushola Abiola, the Vice President's position reflects the stance of APC on fairness, balance and inclusivity. The statement further explains that Vice President Shettima's statement was motivated by a profound awareness of the divisive factors within the nation and is in harmony with the governing party's pledge to ensure inclusivity across all regions and among all groups. The Vice President's remarks during the parley with the senators was stripped of context and mischievously circulated as an attempt to minimize the suitability of Muslim contestants in the race for the Senate leadership. The remarks have not only been taken out of context, but misinterpreted to suit an agenda which sabotages the collective bid for unity. In the statement, Vice President Shettima remains grateful to the media outlets which have been able to provide context to those who missed it. And intrigues, horse trading and political party support all play out in the emergence of the presiding officers of the Senate. Ignatius Nkwo in the incoming report paints a parliamentary picture of the composition and race to the leadership of the 10th Senate.
The 2023 general elections was a bag of surprises, from increased party composition to high turnover. But the ruling All Progressives Congress withstood its challenges and retained majority status. The 10th Senate is made up of 59 All Progressives Congress members, 36 People's Democratic Party, Labour Party 8, the New Nigerian People's Party has 2, Social Democratic Party also produced 2. All Progressives Grand Alliance and Young Progressives Party have 1 senator each. Parliamentary resolutions, including election of presiding officers, are reached through voting. Number is the primary factor, and therefore decisions in the 10th Senate will, to a great extent, be reached through compromise and bargaining.
There will likely going to be also coalition of these new political parties to align with one of the major political parties in the legislature.
Public proclamation of the desire to wield the gavel in the 10th Senate took off as early as February, with the Chief Whip of the Senate, Orji Uzor Kalu, former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, former Governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, former Senator and Senator-elect Osita Izunaso from Imo State, former Governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, former Governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, Chairman Senate Committee on Appropriations, Jibrin Barau, Chairman Senate Committee on Senate Services, Sani Musa, and Aline Dume, Chairman Senate Committee on Army. For 3 months, these heavyweights, all from the majority All Progressives Congress, dominated the dailies with their ambitions, attracting senators-elect to their folds, while still waiting for the party's pronouncement. After weeks of waiting and permutations, the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress on the 8th of May 2023 made a pronouncement. It adopted Senator Godswill Akpabio from Akwa Ibom State as its candidate for the position of the President of the 10th Senate and Senator Jibrin Barau from Kano State for Deputy Senate President. That pronouncement changed the equation and further raised the stakes as some aspirants dropped out of the race, leaving just 4 out of the initial 10. Former Senator Osita Izunaso from Imo State, 2 former governors, the Chief Whip of the 9th Senate, Orji Uzor Kalu from Abia State, and Abdulaziz Yari from Zamfara State remained in the race, insisting on an open contest. The party's preferred candidates, former Governor of Akwa Ibom State and former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, was in the Red Chamber in the 8th Assembly as minority leader whose mantra of uncommon style of leadership will be riding on the back of party support.
Which is going behind the direction given by the party. It is my business to pacify any aggrieved member.
Orji Uzor Kalu is part of the leadership of the 9th Senate, a ranking senator from the southeast.
I'm hoping that Nigerian people will pray for me to be Senate President because it is my turn.
Abdulaziz Yari will be relying in his pedigree as a former governor and experience as a former member of the House of Representatives.
I'm trying to get the indulgence of my colleagues to trust me and hire me.
Senator Osita Izunaso's wealth of experience in the Senate and personal relationship with incoming senators will be a plus for the senator-elect from Imo State.
We are talking about justice. We are talking about equity. We are talking about oneness. We are talking about unity of this country.
Inasmuch as the support of the ruling party is significant in the election of presiding officers, the final decision takes place in the chamber, as seen during the leadership tussle in the 8th Senate, where former Governor of Kwara State, Bukola Saraki, emerged president against the decision of the ruling party. Nigerians are waiting in bated breath for Tuesday, 13th of June, for the latest installment of the Gallop to the Gavel in Nigeria's Senate 2023. Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
The House of Representatives is also gearing up for another election to its top chair. This time, the opposition may have a huge say. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali has the figures which will lead to the emergence of the top figure among equals.
Stepping into the lobby of the House of Representatives, what readily comes to mind is how party secretariats looks like in the heat of campaign season. Displayed here are campaign posters of 10th Assembly members-elect jostling to occupy the enviable speakership position of the House of Representatives. Some staff of the National Assembly that have witnessed transition from one assembly to another from 1999 to date say it's the first time the House is recording such high number of contestants, and election of presiding officers generating much interest even outside the corridor of the Assembly. Interestingly, all those that indicated interest are members-elect on the platform of the ruling APC. Reason is not far-fetched. APC, with 175, has more members-elect for the 10th Assembly, followed by 118 of the PDP, Labour Party with 35 members, NNPP 19, APGA 5, SDP and ADC have 2 each, while YPP trails at the end of the line with just one. Also interesting is the percentage of returning members compared to new lawmakers, which is about 20% to 80%. Those contesting are from across the three geopolitical zones of the Northwest, North Central, Northeast, and of course the Southeast. Following the zoning of the positions of presiding officers for 10th Assembly by the governing APC and nomination of Tajuddin Abbas from Northwest and Benjamin Kalu from Southeast as Speaker and Deputy Speaker, quite a number of those contesting withdrew from the race. This they say was in respect of party supremacy. Among them is the House Leader of the 9th Assembly, Alhassan Ado Doguwa.
The Speaker, the National Working Committee has recommended. The Speaker, which the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has also blessed, I suppose, will be the one that is blessed and also accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is in this light that I want to urge members like me who are still in the ring contesting to please see the light of reasoning, to also step down in the interest of a seamless transition of leadership.
I will try as much as possible to sustain the modest achievements the 9th Assembly has recorded.
Joint Tax is raising a call today and saying, come, let us work together as Parliament to give to Nigeria what is the best.
Meanwhile, some are bent on their ambition. For instance, the Deputy Speaker, 9th Assembly, Ahmed Wasi, and others from his allies have not shifted ground.
Solomon Lara, who, when I was contesting in 2007, I went to him, and he prophesied the number of times I'll come to this assembly. And I will tell this crowd and to the world that he said, I will come to this assembly in the number of times and prophesies even the number of leadership I will attain and the deputy speakership, and he prophesies next when I return I will be speaker.
The stage is set for the emergence of Speaker of the 10th Assembly. Tuesday, June 13th is the inauguration day, a day a newly elected Speaker will for the first time lead the procession out from the Green Chamber as the number 4 citizen of Nigeria in the 10th Assembly. Lami Ali, NTA News.
Let's now join Lagos for more updates with Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Najatu. Nigerians have acknowledged June 12 as the democratic movement and consciousness that gave the present democratic dispensation, which is the longest so far in the country, the foundation to build on. It is the view of many who spoke to our correspondents at various events that is marking Democracy Day, including the one at the residence of late MQ Abiola, their judge winner of the election.
Nigeria, the 163rd day of the Gregorian calendar, June 12, seems destined to be in the annals of history. Apart from it being adjudged a free and fair election, it's the first election since the 1983 coup ended the Second Republic. Setting it aside as the nation's Democracy Day from May 29 by the then head of state of the immediate past administration, President Muhammadu Buhari, on June 6, 2018, it's recognizing the historical importance of the day to the nation's democratic journey. This reflected in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's speech for the day.
We must never take this democracy for granted. We must forever jealously guard and protect it like a precious jewel. For a people can never truly appreciate the freedom and the right democracy guarantees them until they lose it.
It's a public holiday, and the mood in the city is that of calm, with the usual rush hour down a notch, while at the market stalls, traders conduct their business as usual. Many Nigerians believe that June 12 marks the day when Nigerians decided that it is their right to demand for democratic governance.
Since that June 12, the democratic struggle in Nigeria has changed. It gave us more focus, and we continue up to present moment. We continue to push the struggle forward. The future is very bright.
The fact that since 2007, when Nigeria successfully transited from one democratic government to another, without the intervention of the military, I think that is it for us.
Others believed that the current longest democratic dispensation in the country foundation was laid by June 12. In Lagos, Larry Bileyi, NTA News.
It is 30 years after the June 12, 1993 presidential election was annulled by the then military government. Now Nigerians are looking back at the journey so far and the achievements recorded as a nation. Kenya DBC was part of the celebration to commemorate this year's Democracy Day held at the residence of late Chief MQ Abiola, the acclaimed winner of the 1993 June 12 election.
Here is the final resting place of late Chief MQ Abiola, the man behind the reason Nigerians celebrate Democracy Day. Today, family, friends, and political associates of late Ariano Kakanfo of Yoruba land are gathered in his Ikeja residence to celebrate life and times of the late politician.
It was the center, not only the head, was a center of our lives. And, you know, for him to have been so suddenly removed, of course, it's gonna, it's affected us in very many ways.
Abiola was many things to many people, and even in death, his spirit is still with the Nigerian people, helping to channel a good dimension for governance in Nigeria.
Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Femi Amzat, who represented his principal at the commemoration of this year's Democracy Day, noted that with one voice, Nigerians have set barriers against injustice.
It is important that in memory of all these great men and women who are murdered, they must, at least in their memory, come together to build a nation that they will be proud of.
He also joined some notable Nigerians and family members to lay wreath at the graveside of the late MKO Abiola. For many Nigerians, it is an occasion that has renewed their confidence in the ability of the country's democratic experience to deliver many more gains. In Lagos, Kende Adebisi, NTA News.
Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. Time for some messages, and when we return, business news is next with Benny Adams in Abuja.
Who wants to tell me the answer? Good. This way.
I give my soul. You get my time and dedication.
Hey, stop that.
You know, get waiting for life where I know fit to. Cause all the dream where we don't dream must to come true. It must to show for you, cause it's sure for me. Together we will ride against the mountains away. So make you dare with me, cause I dare for you. Together we will ride against the mountains away.
Teach the advanced way with Glow LTE Advanced, the power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
Live for SN News, and we are pleased to announce that the newly improved Mr. Chef seasoning is finally here. Let's get some feedback from people. Excuse me.
Hello.
What do you like about the new Mr. Chef seasoning?
I love everything about it. I love the rich taste, the beautiful pack. Mr. Chef just takes my cooking to another level.
This is what seasoning should taste like. If it's not Mr. Chef, I'm not interested. Rich taste, great aroma, and let's not forget the lovely new packaging.
Introducing the new improved Mr. Chef seasoning. New look, richer taste. Same Mr. Chef. Mr. Chef, make every meal memorable.
This is the University of Africa. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. Her reason to imagine is slay. His reason is to be the GOAT. Theirs is to take the beat and make it lit. They want to test edgy till it is fire. Their reason for imagination is to add Riz in style. And their reason for imagination is just stunt. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
To step out. Presenting the Good Night Power Shots. Spray 2 shots in each corner of the room. It kills mosquitoes inside without driving family outside. Good Night Power Shots. Spray inside. Stay inside.
New beginnings are always colorful. When we celebrate the start of life's journey, we marry in colors. With our proudly Nigerian Dulux paints, now available in any color. Express your world however you want it. Visit a Dulux color center to get any color instantly. Dulux, let's color.
Ovaltine, 3-in-1. It has great taste.
Good day ahead.
Yummy, yummy. Full of nourishment and vitality. Antibodies and sharp minds. So yeah, Ovaltine 3-in-1. Ovaltine 3-in-1.
New Ovaltine 3-in-1. Smart choice for smart kids.
The world stop spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. I'ma keep winning till the keep up with me. Come on, let's I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. Africa, you feel me? Come on, now let's get it.
New styles from Darling. Find your beautiful.
Did you know that a quarter of the world's deaths from malaria is in Nigeria? And the reason being a mosquito that spreads malaria, a disease that puts everyone's life in distress. We believe that protection and prevention is the best cure in the fight to end malaria. Mortein insecticide with its improved formulation kills 100% mosquitoes that spread malaria. So, spread the message of how we can fight to end malaria with Mortein. Mortein, our #1 choice.
The new Happic sachets. It has a thick formula, so all you need is just one sachet for your toilet bowl. It gives 10 times better cleaning and big savings too.
Wow, Helen!
Sparkling clean toilet with Happic sachet.
It's time to talk business. I'll start with a sharing news that Nigeria deposited its instrument of acceptance for the agreement on fisheries subsidies on 12 June, making it the second African WTO member to do so. Ambassador Adamu Mohamed Abdul Hamid presented Nigeria's instrument of acceptance to Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala in Geneva, Switzerland.
Asian by every member of the WTO is to ratify its instrument of ratification, so that by the time we get up to 2/3, the implementation of the agreement could commence. Nigeria is happy to be 9 of the members to ratify and deposit the instrument of the ratification. And we hope the second phase will also be addressed and will be concluded on or before the MC13. So we call on all members to expedite action to ratify the instrument so that we can put it behind us.
I'm particularly pleased to receive this instrument of ratification. I'm sure everybody will know why. First of all, Nigeria is the second African member to ratify, so I think this really sets a good example.
It's exciting. I think for Nigeria, there is about $70 million lost in IUU fishing. So ratifying this goes a step towards helping take care of this problem, which is why the members made this agreement in the first place. I thank the ambassador for urging all members to ratify as quickly as possible. I also want to say a special word of thanks to the Nigerian authorities, to the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, to the Ministry of Justice, to the Presidency for the expeditious way in which they handled this agreement. And above all, I want to thank the ambassador and his staff for the extra special efforts they put in trying to get this done. It's a very proud day, and I'm very much looking forward to also getting the other ratifications from the African countries, as well as the membership.
Acceptances from 2/3 of WTO members are needed for the agreement to come into effect. And still on bilateral relationships, Nigeria's ambassador to Belgium, Obinna Chidu No, is telling investors that Nigeria offers the most exciting and incredible opportunities for investors in Africa. Speaking at the Nigeria-Belgium-Luxembourg Business Forum in Brussels, Ono, who is also Nigeria's head of delegation to the European Union, said the country is considered one of the 10 most improved economies in the World Bank Ease of Doing Business report of 2020, stressing its economy continues to thrive. Ono noted that Nigeria remained Africa's largest economy over the last 7 years and is open for more investment, especially in critical infrastructure.
Has provided numerous initiatives and policies to incentivize investment across various sectors. And I should also add that Nigeria has an energetic tech-savvy and entrepreneurial population with over 50% of the total population below 25 years. Nigeria has the most vibrant tech ecosystem in Africa.
Under the enablers, we have transport and storage, banking and finance, food and beverages, education, entertainment and tourism. I'm sure most of you have heard of Nollywood. That's the biggest film industry in Africa. And I'm sure anyone that has been clubbing must have danced to Nigerian music, because it's a worldwide phenomenon now.
Nigeria and Belgium share a long history of bilateral relations, and the gathering presented an opportunity to explore new avenues of collaboration, exchange ideas, and forge enduring partnerships that will drive mutual prosperity. Nigeria is looking to tap into Belgium's expertise in sectors such as technology, logistics, renewable energy, and manufacturing. The theme of the Business Forum is building sustainable partnerships in the non-oil sector. Well, that is Business News. Network News continues with Naaja 2.
Thank you, Benny. There's an update on the leadership race at the Senate. Ahead of the inauguration of the 10th Senate, Southeast senators-elect have endorsed Senator Godswill Akpabio and Jibrin Barrow for the position of Senate President and Deputy Senate President. The chairman of the Progressives Governors Forum, Governor Hope Uzodimma of Imo State, made this known at the end of a closed-door strategic engagement with the senators-elect in Abuja.
We want to work under a constructive partnership across party lines in the Southeast region. And that is actually my position. Whether you are Labour Party, People Democratic Party, or Progressive Congress, Southeast is Southeast, and leadership is leadership. So we think we will be more organized for the interest and unity of the country to work with the ruling party, so that our people also will have the opportunity to get dividends of democracy.
Zodima also gives assurance that zoning of the leadership positions of the would-be 10th National Assembly will be upheld by Patriotic Party faithful. Stay tuned for sports and more after this time out.
Every morning is an opportunity to take your hustle to the next level. Every morning is one day closer to your ambition. So, make every morning count. Cup after cup, morning after morning. Start strong, finish strong. Nescafe.
Welcome, sir.
Manager, you are welcome. I just talk about you now. How you really try for me, oh? See that, my boy. In settlement goes so rich. Wow. And the settlement, they're very, very sure. No shaking. Because of that Oga account, when I open, why they save money inside.
Keystone Bank's Oga account helps you save your apprentice's settlement. With 5,000 naira, you can open an account, make monthly contributions, and earn interest on savings.
What they call sweet me pass? They say, as I save money, I get interest. And I even fit borrow money again inside the same account.
Make it happen for your apprentice today. Visit the nearest Keystone Bank branch or call 0700 2000 3000 to open an Oga account. Keystone Bank, we grow together.
Our boss was like, a decent fashion designer only gets home at midnight. Midweight.
Man like Osimhen, Papa just the chop Italian league like Oha.
These are real housewives of Abuja. Those women are fire. What does OJ say again? My relationship with money is alhamdulillah.
Because they wear uniform, you want to treat people anyhow. Imagine this officer, I will clear our line. Don't cost. Bruh, come on there. Things no matter. The biggest dragon for Westeros, then slow picking face am, climb down, right arm like Formula 1. Here, catch me.
He found the gold and asked her for just shaking me piece of the pie, and she killed him for it.
Obini, fair women, no.
No one tells a story like we do.
With those messages, we've come to the end of the news. Thanks for watching. From all of us at NTA, Happy Democracy Day.
NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the U-Report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, your access to real-time information.
For an expansive coverage of the proceedings of the 10th National Assembly, NTA, Africa's largest TV network, will be there to bring to you live happenings at the inauguration. Join us.
This is the network service of the NTA.